of a sudden you're like, it's in the wall. And you're up on the wall like a monkey, kicking the thing and digging it with a stick. And then you throw this giant chunk of pure black CHERT flint at me. And I'm like, what? We're on a camping trip and hope to do some fishing today, but right now I'm checking out a location that might have CHERT and flint that I could use to make some stone tools. So I just came on this trail here, past these really huge cliffs, and there is some CHERT up here. Small pieces. That piece isn't so good. Looks like there's just a little bit right in this area. Little tiny things. Gray. Cool. Check this out. See little shells?
I'm just going to push this a little bit further and let's see what's down here before we head out. Tiny bits of CHERT in the gravel, and this is a crazy gorge. That is awesome. Not really seeing too much CHERT at all. Just some mixed in with the gravel and out of reach. Thanks.
So I was looking at the stuff that was right here.
Yep.
And somebody's recently been hitting on this. There's copper mark right there. I don't know if you could see it. Somebody's been hitting this with a copper rod. There's a few pieces, but I don't really see where it's coming from. But there is flint here. I mean, somebody was whacking it recently. But it should look like that. It's probably over there somewhere. But there's crazy cliffs right here.
Oh my god, the chipmunk.
Chipmunk almost fell.
Oh my god, the chipmunk.
Chipmunk almost fell.
Whoa, dude, be careful.
He's hyperventilating. You
I
see him?
bet he is. You're okay, dude.
Come on.
Here, let me get out of your way. No,
No,
don't go that way. Oh my god, he jumped again.
Where is he? Is he okay? Get on the freaking ground, dude. So that cliff is like straight down for hundreds of feet. Where that chipmunk almost fell. Maybe you could see right here. There's rock face going straight down. Here's more. This is just laying in the trail here. So I need to correct something. Usually I say CHERT because that's the correct term for this stuff. But for the video, I'm gonna say flint so that the algorithm picks up that looking for flint. But it's CHERT.
But it's flint. But it's
flint.
chert. But it's flint. But it's chert.
Just because I get so many comments saying it's not flint, it's chert. It's like, I know. So right here, there's a dip in the ground, and there is a line of chert outcrops this way. So this might be an old quarry pit. Looks very similar to the ones at Flint Ridge State Park, where they're dipped in the ground like that, where they were trying to pull out the flint. I don't know though. I don't see any leftover rock, but that's really interesting to me. Alright, so didn't find too much down here. Not really seeing an outcrop or anything. I walked down that way some, and it's just shale limestone. That way is a dead end, and I'm not seeing it. So I think I'm just gonna head back to where I was camping. Still just relaxing. I haven't started the Flint trip yet. But yeah, if somebody's watching and they nap this stuff in here, let me know where it is exactly. It's probably in that brush. But yeah, let me know. I found one more piece of flint in that thing. Alright, so we saw Crazy Gorge back that way, right there, and some huge cliffs. Saw a chipmunk almost fall, and I guess that's it for here. Nope. So it's a year later, and that anarchist heron is still here. He still doesn't give a crud about human rules. There's an anarchist beaver there too. Yeah, I've learned my lesson about sticking my head in caves in the middle of nowhere. I was reading some of the pamphlets on what to do if the bear is aggressive. The thing it said was, don't toss it food. This will create future problems. I'm pretty sure if you're being mauled by a bear, you're not going to be concerned about causing future problems. I'm not an expert on bears, but I'm pretty sure that if a bear attacked me and I had a banana in my hand, I would throw the banana. I'm just kidding. I don't want to read in the newspaper that somebody threw a bear at a banana and got murdered.
Threw a bear at a banana.
Throw a banana at a bear and got and got murdered. Don't throw a bear at a banana. That won't. Do we have bananas? So it started raining at the campsite, and they actually closed the whole lake with electric storm warnings. They told everybody to take shelter. So I was like, screw that, I'm gonna go look for Flint at the creek. So we're at the creek. You can see it from here.
How about this thing? Is that limestone?
Limestone. Right, I remember it was just like this here.
Yeah, just in the cobbles.
Yeah.
There's some. Have you tried did you crack into this?
No, I'll try it. Need a hammerstone though.
Hammerstone. Hammerstone. Little guy? There you go. There you go.
It's like concrete. I can feel it's like concrete.
How do you know where to approach, like, to get in?
Look for something that's hanging off and see if we could knock that off. I don't think I'm going to be able to on this because it's just...
It looks very dense.
I mean, it's concrete. Let's split the hammerstone. Look what it's doing to it. Called it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not worth it? No.
It's just such a small vein going through it. The rest of the rock is impossible. So in this big rock here, the light gray is limestone. You can see those little nodules sticking out, the shiny ones. That's flint. So there's two veins in that limestone. One is darker, it's very weathered, and the other one is actually not good flint at all. The lighter, dull color, it's very dull. See how the black is shinier than the gray? The black is better than the gray. If you see the really dull flint, it's not so great. So on my previous flint trip, this is one of the first places I stopped where I found the Isopus. And one of the things I wanted to say about this is if you revisit a place like a creek or a river or anywhere that's moving water, it's constantly turning over rocks and moving things downstream, so it's always going to be different every time you come back. So it's just always worth, wherever you're at, if you see some in a river, keep checking back. More gets brought downstream and rolled over, and it's always changing. So. It'd be harder to see with this mud on top of everything.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to find some stuff here. I mean, I found a little bit small, and the lightning's starting to come in, so I'm gonna get out of here. See how long the storm lasts. Maybe we could get back out today for a little bit. But I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I mean, it's really tiny to begin with. There's the rain. Look at that cloud. So the weather can't really decide what the heck it's doing. So I brought my rod down here. I'm in a different creek. It's gonna just try fishing a little bit. Maybe look for some stuff along here. That one got one. Got fish. A little guy. What is it? Little smallmouth? Okay.
This chart over here. Yes. And this.
Okay.
Not sure. There's more. Huh. So that's some. There's some. There's some.
It's nice out even though it's drizzling.
And the rain is back. Here it comes. It's just tumbling out into this riverbed. Here comes two more.
Out of the wall here.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get up there. Alright, here it comes.
Pretty big. Let's take that piece. You okay up there?
I'm good.
Can you get down? You good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Show off your prize. Looks pretty good. Looks good to me.
Yeah, I knew this one was supposed to be a good one.
Good job, Leah. Look at that. Look at that. That's flint. Not sure what kind of flint. Huh. Cool. Good job. You did it.
I'm a mess.
Yep, that's flint.
Seems pretty hard.
It's tough flint, but it's flint.
Found a good
piece.
few pieces, I think.
That's also flint. This is definitely flint. I'm not going to test that. Yep, flint.
Oh wow. I mean, it's got some damage in there, but...
Yeah. Take that. So, we'll take these then. These two are a no-go. Look at that. Still haven't started the flint trip yet.
Caught 2 fish.
Yeah.
Caught some flint.
Try a little more.
While he's fishing, I'm gonna keep looking. It's like a treasure hunt. It's gonna be hard to see anything because it's all covered in mud. Can't tell if it's limestone. So that was not a chert, but this looks like it might be. Let's take a look. Looks cherty. It's pretty smooth. It's a big old maybe. Probably. I'm looking. Not really seeing too many things. A lot of limestone. That's about it. It's a really pretty creek bed though. So, I'm gonna go a little bit further, and if I see anything good, I'll let you know. Man, it is peaceful here. So how you doing?
Got a few more little nibbles, but nothing's really biting anymore. Really pretty though. The sun came out. Kind of that. Same kind? Did you test it?
No. That is for you to test.
Okay. I'll test it. Test this piece Leah found. I do not know. It looks like the other stuff, but it's hard to tell when it's this color. Flint. Black flint. Look at that. Leah found awesome flint. Good job, Leah.
Right.
Oh man, look at that though.
It's a good flake.
It's a little knife. Cool.
It's so pretty here.
Yeah. I'll put this in with the others. Look at that though, jeez. What is this? Smells like mud. There you go. There's even a rainbow here with a bird flying past it. I really love this place. Wow. My hook got snagged. I lost it, so I'm gonna head out of here, but we found one more piece of chert here. Let's see, I'll show you. Come on. Wow. It's definitely chert. She's tough. There we go. Cool. All right, heading out. So, still not on the flint trip, but I got like a giant bag of flint. Okay, head to the car. So I was looking around, well, I guess because I was distracted because I was fishing, but I wasn't seeing any flint, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's in the wall! And you're up on the wall, like a monkey, kicking the thing and digging it with a stick, and then you throw this giant chunk of pure black chert flint at me. And I'm like, what?
So what are you reading?
I think this is the book where Dennis Stanford butchered the elephant with stone tools. Not sure yet though, but I think it is.
Is that where they were trying to test out the stone tools to see how they worked on mammoth?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were using an elephant instead of a mammoth. So I'm looking in this book here, and it's showing end scrapers, which are, they were used to scrape wood, bone, and hides. Now, I used in my chipmunk skinning video, to turn a chipmunk into a fur. I used a small one on the chipmunk too, to scrape the fat off and to make sure that there's nothing that will rot on the skin before you tan it. I've not made one of these on camera yet. I would like to film making an end scraper. You know, usually I do the arrowheads and the spear points, but I would like to get into the other stone tools and the other primitive technologies that was used by people for 12,000, 13,000 years.
So you mentioned experimental archaeology, which is what they were doing when they cut up the elephant using stone tools.
Mm-hmm.
And why would they do that?
When you do an experimental archaeology, you're experimenting and trying to find out what these, because when you find these tools, all that you find is the stone. You don't find what was connected to the stone. You don't find, most of the time, especially in the Northeast, you don't find what the stone was used on. So in experimental archaeology, you're trying to figure out how the stone tool was used in history. So I know an archaeologist who does use wear analysis, and if you look on here, you see these edges here that are napped, they are flaked. You'd say, so they took an antler and touched that all up to sharpen it. Now the use wear analysis shows where it was used and dulled. Like how when I use my stone knives on video, they get dull. You could see where it dulled on the tool, and that helps determine like what it was used for. You could tell if it was used on bone or wood or on meat, because a meat or a hide will polish the edge, whereas a bone will crush the edge really bad, and the wood will just add more chipping and dull it. So I think since I found such a small piece of flint at the creek before, that maybe I will show how to make an end scraper. It'll look like that. So stick around after we're done eating, and I'm gonna go fishing a little bit. I'm gonna drag her down to the lake. I gotta go to the lake. After that, I think I'm gonna make one of these. It's an end scraper. Now, on archaeological sites, especially Paleoindians, these were really abundant, and they really needed these to work, to shape their tools, to make their clothes and their hides, like heavy jackets and whatever they needed to survive the Ice Age, was super important. It's like a multi-tool. So I'm going to show you how to make that, I think. So stick around. After I fish, I'm going to show you how to make a scraper. That's good. Okay. Fishing. I'm going to just try to fish for a little bit and take it easy. See if I catch anything. So one of the things about this lake is it's crystal clear. The other thing about this is when the sun is above, just coming straight down, this water is bright blue. Looked like somebody photoshopped a ridiculous colored blue on the lake. She's recording underwater shots. There's a rainbow trout down there apparently. I'm not getting any bites, surprisingly, but I'm enjoying it. She's pretty far out, and it's shallow, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get something.
That was awesome. Check out the sunset.
Not even a nibble. Back at camp, and I'm having some chunky salsa. Chunky salsa. Learned this from Les Trout. It'll take a minute to ignite. Check out that chip. Looks like it burned for a while. They're good fire starters.
Is that because of the oil?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. So we ran out of light. We were fishing for quite a while, trying to catch something, but no good. But I'm glad I'm here. It's always really peaceful here. I was not expecting to see Flint and CHERT all over the place up here. Just random places I stopped. And it's actually pretty good stuff. But on with that, I'm going to use some of that CHERT to make the end scraper, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. We ran out of light. When we got to the campfire here, when we got it all set up and going, there was a bunch of coyotes back in the woods screaming, and the frogs started singing in the swamp right out over there. Before I heard a bunch of splashing in the water too. It was real weird, really great there. Sounded like a deer running through the water or something.
Might be the anarchist beaver.
Maybe. Doubtful. The anarchist deer swims with the beaver. Last time I was here, I really felt really special about this place. I was really enjoying myself and felt really happy. And then I got sick on the last day I was here and had to go to the hospital and all that stuff. That's in older videos. But I'm really glad to be back here and feeling pretty good this time. Something about that water out there, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of lakes around me at home, and I don't sit and stare at them like I do here. There's all kinds of bunnies running around, and I think they're called pine squirrels. One threw a crab apple at me before out of that tree. It bounced off my shoulder and landed on the ground. And then he screamed like he was really angry. It was really strange. It's a different kind of squirrel. They look different. They make all different kinds of sounds, and they carry giant pine cones in their mouths. It looks ridiculous. Yeah.
What was that?
It's okay, we're safe. Don't even have to throw it at the bear. Just runs away, sees the banana, runs. Shake a banana at a bear.
Just don't throw a bear at a banana.
Don't throw a bear at a banana.
But throw a
Don't
banana.
do shit. Throw the banana at the bear, it might still eat you. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Sleep. So I didn't have the tent cover on and it started raining. And it hit me right on the back of my neck and my back while I was sleeping. And it freaked me out. That was freezing cold rain. So I started yelling to Leah, "Get the thing! Get the thing!" And she just started freaking out and screaming. She went, "Ah! What? Ah!" Like that. But I think I yelled pretty loud. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Good night. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm fishing stuff. I'm gonna try to catch something before Leah wakes up. I like getting up early because there's usually absolutely nobody at the water. Hopefully I'll get something. A little bit wavy today. No, still no luck in here. Guess I'll try there's a creek around the corner behind me. And then there's another pond over there that I'm gonna try. I think I would catch anything. Check this guy out. Man, there he is. Alright, gonna toss him back. That's pretty cool. I caught him right in here on that bridge. Cool. First fish, tiny guy. First fish, yeah. That was kind of small. I've never caught one of those before. I think it was a rock bass. I'm gonna try some more later. Almost back at the campsite. Ah, man, this place is wonderful. 360. Whoa, busy now. So last night, I talked about making an end scraper today. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. If you're into primitive technology, primitive skills, you're definitely gonna wanna know how to make one of these. One of the things you want is a pretty thick piece of flint because your end scraper has to be a very thick flake with steep edges. So I got this yesterday while I was looking around for flint. And this is a good piece because how flat this is, it'll make it easier. If I hit in right here, I should be able to get this whole flake off. So what you want to do is support this really strong, squeeze. And you find a ledge that's going to provide a very steep, thick flake. What I'm going to have to do is just break off these corners. And it should be about that wide. Try to be very gentle. Just to shape the back end. So what I was just doing was shaping the bottom end because the back end is usually thin and then with that steep ridge at the top. Now if you compare here, it's getting pretty close. So I'm just thinning this a little. I use a indirect method. Alright, so now we got the basic shape. Take an antler and push in and flake down. how I pop the flake off there. And then they would do the next one. All the way across. Where I put those flakes across is a flat edge. And that's what you want. Now it's sharp. So we took this flake off here. You could see where it met up. And that's kind of the angle you're looking for when you make these. When it peels up like that, you have that working edge for the hide scraping. You could use it on wood, you could use it on bone, you could use it on hides. These were one of the most important pieces of a Paleoindian toolkit from 12,000, 11,000 years ago. You might think it looks very unassuming and small, but this is one of their most important tools. This is how they kept themselves warm. This is how they made their clothes. This is how they shaped their tools. And this is called a end scraper. So thanks for sticking around watching us create this primitive survival tool. We'll be making more stuff like this and demonstrating how it works and why it works. And stick around. Hit that sub button, hit the thumbs up, and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload, because a lot of people aren't seeing it. You miss out on stuff like this. See you guys.